Hello beautiful people, so I want to quickly do this video. Today made it 2 years that I lost my mom. Just at about this time I'm doing this video. It's not been easy life without her. I've never envisaged a life without my mom 40 years from now. So you know how it feels like it's losing her now. So it's been a lot of trauma for me. It's been a series of depression. It's been like life has not been the same. Frankly speaking, it's not been the same. And I could remember a few months before my mom passed on, I didn't even know she was very healthy. And we're talking, and I told her, I said, Mom, 40 years from now, I don't even want to lose you. But at some point, I told her, I said, Mom, okay, fine. Once you're 100, the day you complete 100, the next day I can release you to go. I will feel the pain, or I will cry, but at least that will be a consolation for me that at least you lived up to 100. At least it was worth it. So I didn't know. She was just smiling. She didn't say anything. I didn't know that year was going to be the last year. I was going to see her. Just in fact, a few months after, was going to be the last time I was going to see her. So it's not been easy. And let me tell you, life without your parents, especially when you're still young and all of that, it's not easy. And especially when you even know them. And it's not been easy at all. It's these 2 years, as I don't even know how to tell the experience. Coupled with my parents, my mom was just a real part of my life. She was everything. She was my backbone. She was my strength, my prayer warrior. She was a whole lot. Inculcated so much values into me, my siblings, and I have her. I have my dad. I have the both of them to thank for the values and everything they inculcated in us. My parents were, you could say, one of the best of parents. Yes, growing up as a child was kind of challenging. There were a lot of peer pressure. You want to measure up. You want to just, have that freedom like your peers. But there were a lot of restrictions at our end. And I grew up to thank them for that, because it was part of the things that, structured me, my life, a lot of things, about me. And the values were what it. I grew up loving them so much that I wanted to be with them for as long as life could permit. And it's so unfortunate that she left, and it's been traumatic for me. And I want to say this. You don't know what you have until you lose it. You really do not know what you have until you lose it. If you have them, you have your parents with you. Show them all the love you can. Sometimes I'll tell my mom, I want to buy you, I will buy you plane. I'll tell my dad, I'll buy you plane. Yeah, my dad left. My mom passed on November 29th. Today made it November 2 years. Just at about this time I'm doing this video. And she was buried in February. Less than a month after, Dad could not cope with the demise, with the loss of his wife, and he joined her. So you can imagine the trauma and the pain for me. And losing the both of them within a short period of time, it was really very traumatic. And they were the best part of the best part of life I've ever had was having my parents. And losing them was more or less like one of the worst things one could ever imagine. There's been a lot of, like I said, in and out of series of depression, but I hope to be fine, and I hope that that God sees me through through the storm. And I want to say this: if you have your parents with you, and it's a great thing, it's a great privilege. You don't know the benefits, you don't know what it is to you. It's a great thing to you. Hold it, cherish every moment you have with them. And if you're making other promises, you want to buy them jets, you want to buy them airplanes, you want to build mansions for them, a lot of that. Don't wait till you have all of those things to do for them. They're not even demanding all of that for you. All they want you to show them is show them love and return. As much as even with the little that you have, you can show them love. Yes, you can show them love, because you don't know. Nobody knows tomorrow. You don't have future in your hands. You don't have life in your hands. Nobody knows tomorrow. When you have your parents with you, show them all the love. I'm telling you, show them all the love. See that last minute prayer that they'll give to you. It's so important. Even if they're not even privileged to say it, to say it to you before they pass on, but in their hearts, it's so important. So whatever it is you need to do to your parents, whatever love you have to show them. A lot of them sacrifice a whole lot for you. Some of them had to put their life on hold. Some of them had to go through a whole lot of challenges. Some of them wanted to give you the best of life. They sold their wrappers, they sold their clothes. They didn't have the privilege of putting on all of the things, having all of the benefits of life and everything, just because they wanted to make you happy, because they wanted to make you fulfilled, they wanted to make you fulfill your dreams, and a whole lot they sacrificed for you. So right now, even if you don't need to have the whole world to show them love, you don't need to have the whole world to show them that you care, but the little that you have, regardless, just show love. And if you're out there, you're not taking care of your parents are, yes, I know. Some parents could have made one or two mistakes in the past, probably owing to the way they raised up their children and everything. They could have made one or two mistakes, but even regardless whatever they have done to you, forgive them. The few time you have together to be together, because someday they would be out of your life. Someday they will be out. That's the ordinance of life. Someday they will be out of your life, and what happens when they are out? That's when you now start feeling the pain. They'll be out of it. Every parent wishes that their children bury them and not the other way around. So someday, that's the truth about life. That's the bitter truth. Someday they'll be out of your life. And whatever it is that if you have done them well, you'll be at peace. If you have not done them well, that will bring so much pain to your heart. It will be what would come to haunt you. Now, when I was taking care of my mom at the hospital, I had series of people. I saw a series of people, mothers that had children, abandoned them in the hospital, and even the one that was the patient that was close to my mom, the children abandoned her. It was just one of the son's wives that usually come once in a while. So sometimes I'll just want to help her, assist her, and do a lot of things for her, and I'll be like, what exactly is going on? And this woman kept on blessing me. All of the blessings that she was supposed to have given to her children, she was giving them to me. You can imagine, they owe you, regardless whatever they have done, they owe you that last minute prayers, that last minute blessings. They owe you. Don't abandon your parents in their old age when they need you the most. Do not abandon them. Be there with them. Be there for them. That will do you a whole lot of good. A lot of things I would want to say, but time will not permit me. And again, I want to say this: if you're parents, you see, the way you bring up your children matters a lot. Some of the parents, you just attach your love and affection to just one child, thinking that some parents, I don't know why they usually have this idea and belief from that this child is the one that would become great in life, or this child is the one that will become this or that in life, and they will focus all their attention on that child and leave other children. Even if you love a child, it's a normal thing. Sometimes most parents would want to love one of their children more, but you don't put it to the faces of their siblings. It is so wrong. I remember at one time I asked my mom, I said, Mom, who do you love most amongst your children? She said she loves all her children equally. I knew that was wisdom. That was wisdom at least. But we all know that, she never even showed it to us. But, growing up as an adult, you definitely want to, do one or two stuffs and see. We want to put one or two things together. So I think that was what we did, and we were able to figure out who my mom. Mothers usually have this connection with their first sons. Of course, that. So it is normal. It's a normal thing. But she never put it to our faces. She never showed it to us. My parents never showed it. My mom, my dad, they never showed it to any one of their children that this one is more special than the other. And that's one of the mistakes, very big mistakes that most parents do. You want to put it to the faces of other children or of the other of your children that this one is the special of them, or you cannot. Life is unpredictable. Sometimes that one you have invested so much on might even be the one that will not disappoint you. I think that was what happened to one of the women that was at the hospital my mom was before she got transferred. All of her children abandoned her. The only one that she put the whole of her life on was not complaining and murmuring and all of that, because the pressure was so much on her. So she was just going once, and she said the husband, she's married, she has children, so she wasn't coming. She could just leave her mom at the hospital for like 4 or 5 days. So I was literally doing some of the things, assisting my mom at the hospital, also assisting some other mothers that their children abandoned at the hospital, which is very bad. And that was even when my mom passed on, that was one of my consolation, that at least I took care of my mom. I took care of her. Yeah, she's just that one person that would not want you to, but I did. I was there till the very day she passed on. I took care of her, and she gave me her blessings. You see, that last minute blessing is so important. You don't joke with it. You see, that last blessing that your parents will give to you is so important. It's your heaven on earth. It's your life. is everything you need. See, that blessing is everything you need. Is everything you need. Your parents are like a mini God. They are the God you have here on earth. You see that last minute blessings, they owe it to you. It's a very big thing. You don't joke with it. You do not joke with it. So show them all the love you can now that they are still with you. Tell them how much you love them. Appreciate them. Sometimes tell them the whole story of, probably you went through difficult times, how they went through difficult times with you. Tell them you know all of these things. Explain to them all the pains, all the struggles, everything they went through just to see you through life, just to see that you become somebody. Tell it to them. Tell them thank you. To do them, it's a whole lot for them. They don't want the whole world from you. They're not requesting the whole world from you. Just show them love and care. It's so important. Please take care of your parents now that you have them with you. Show them all the love, so that by tomorrow when they're no more, it will be a consolation for you. Even in your pain, that will be a consolation for you. Take this advice and it will do you good. Thank you so very much. Please help me like, comment, and share this video. Thank you. Do have a nice day. Bye.